Hello, my name is Shanita Monique and welcome to my channel. Today's video is, do all men cheat? Now, before we get started in the video, I want you to leave a comment below telling me either yes or no, if you in fact believe all men cheat or they don't. All right, because what I did was I took a survey myself of men and women and I asked them, do you think all men cheat? Now, my personal opinion is going to be, of course not. Not all men cheat. Now, you do have a number of men that just clearly say no, absolutely not. All men cheat, period. And I feel like the ones that actually do say that all men cheat, they're in that category. Okay? Like, you can't tell me all men cheat and then say all men cheat except for me. Like, no, dude, you're totally a part of that category. All right, and then you have some other ones that say, no, not all men cheat. You do have men that say that there is a high percentage of men that do cheat, and they cheat in various ways. And they have their, justifications or whatever. I think every man that is, let's say, that goes along the lines of if cheating is acceptable or not, have their own justifications and their own reasonings behind it. And, and we've all heard it before. Either, men cheat because they're not really attracted to the woman that they're with. Men cheat because the woman that they're with is just the default woman. She's been there for a long time. They've been doing this for a long time. And why not be with her for the rest of your life? You're getting old, right? Or, oh no, she's a good woman. She, I guess I treated her however, and and now she got my kids. So I just step out here and there. But whatever the excuse is for it, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and condone it and, and say that, it's cool or whatever. But, I can sit, I guess, outside of the parameters and have my own perspective and thoughts on it. Okay. So, which means that me personally, I'm not cheating. But then again, I'm single, so ain't no cheating if you're single anyway. And then, well, I think that the most interesting part when it came to some of the men's reasoning for why they feel like all men cheat, or why they're just saying, okay, it should be acceptable at this point, is because a lot of it was based upon the assumption that men put a higher value on just it being physical. They said when women cheat, it's more so emotional. So I think that the biggest difference between a man cheating and a woman cheating is the justifications for it. Whereas men like to say that they're justified because it's just a physical thing without the emotional attachments. But I think that what we need to shed a little light on is the fact that in a society where all men cheat, it is only but so much time before that's going to be a society where all women cheat. Now, and you're probably not going to agree with me, and that's okay, but I feel like men in society are the leaders. Men in society set the standard of, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable, where they try to manipulate society so that it can be more favorable to them. And here's the thing. So if you have men that believe that infidelity is okay and they justify it by just saying that it's physical attribute, then at some point in time you will have women that follow that justification and will in fact think that it's also acceptable to cheat because it's just physical. Putting the stereotype that women are unable to have interactions because of their emotions, I don't think that that's actually true. You have a lot of women out here that straight savages, and they over here breaking all kinds of hearts and pockets. And I think that you just have to have it in your mind that this is something that can go both ways. Morals and character from a person is individual. It can go both ways. Not all men are cheaters, just like not all women are cheaters. You have people that base their actions upon their own moralities and character. And sometimes their character is trash, and that's how they act, and that's how they treat other people. But what I'm going to say to you is it's the stereotypes that are going to hinder growth and just moving forward. Okay, if you desire to be in a monogamous relationship, if you desire a partner that's going to be faithful to you, and that is your main objective and that's your desire, I totally 100% believe that that's what you can have. But if you are a person who is a serial cheater, if you're a person who is deceptive, then I also believe that eventually that's what you're going to attract. But I also look at your sexual discipline is just that. It's a discipline. Being monogamous in a relationship is a choice. The same as not being monogamous in a relationship is a choice. Now, I do hear women say a lot, all men cheat or whatever, but I also think that that's just a justification that some women use in order to take the, I guess, responsibility of the relationship or whatever the case is off of them. But again, if you're the type of person you say, well, all people cheat or whatever, what keeps you in line to not cheat? There is no line. You could cross it at any time. So it's like kind of like when I see guys and I'm like, okay, well, you cheat or whatever, but then again, you know what I'm saying, your girl cheat too. So what are y'all doing? Sound like an open relationship to me, And then you do have certain men that have this idea that, it's just a man thing, but that's not true either. That's not true either. Like, again, women cheat or whatever. I think that women just do it in a different way. But if you know the reasons behind why men cheat, then leave it below in the comment. I would love to hear it. But flipping it over to the other side, I'm going to give you reasons why a woman would cheat. And I know you guys weren't really expecting that, but that's where we're going right now. So one of the reasons why a woman would cheat is, one, she has lost attraction to her mate. Losing attraction and I'm going to give you from a woman's perspective, which means losing attraction is emotional and also physical. So that means that he's become a slob. I'm no longer attracted to him. There's little things that he does that turn me off. I no longer have the desire to sleep with him. It's more like me sleeping with him is like a chore now. Okay? And for men, this is easy to see because your woman doesn't want to sleep with you anymore. That's like sign number one. Some of these guys out here, you think that your wives just don't want to do it because she's tired or she's this or she's that. Sometimes it's also the fact that she's just turned off by certain things. She's turned off by coming home and constantly having to clean the house. She's turned off by picking up your clothes all the time. She's turned off by making requests that do not go fulfilled. All right. And all of these can lead into her just losing attraction for you. And we're not even really talking about the physical. And if, you just let yourself go, whatever the case is. But that's one. Another thing is that, and I feel like even so, if a woman is annoyed by certain things that her husband or a man does, she still will continue to be faithful to him. If he's a good man, she's going to continue to be monogamous to him. Okay, it's going to go left when there's other things, other annoyances that's coming up. So another thing is too that if I'm looking for a polite way to say this, but if the is not good, if the is mediocre, and I'm talking about the whole act is mediocre, she's gonna stay. She might stay faithful, but if you tie into other aspects, like this is mediocre and you lost your job, And a lot of times too, I think that women stay in relationships and they just rather cheat than to leave the man because they think that he is an actual good catch or whatever. And sometimes it's just easier to cheat with one of these young stallions, and you just come back home and you're like, okay, yeah, I got that out of my system. Rather than to end your relationship and whatever. Especially, I feel like too, a big thing when it comes to women cheating is the fact that your man cheats. If your man is out there and he's cheating or whatever, he's cheating, there's no reason why you shouldn't hop on the next stallion. There's no reason. When you step outside of your relationship, you give your girl every reason to step out. Like, it takes a big person to to find out somebody's not being faithful and to walk away. And some people are just not willing to actually do that. They would just rather cheat. They would just rather, you know, be with the stallion on the side and then come home and be happy and everything is back to normal. All right. But here's one thing about a woman. If this is mediocre and you have other things that tax onto that. So this is mediocre and you also are nagging. You're also unattractive. You're also annoying. You also are not financially stable. You are leaning on her financially. These are all reasons to either end the relationship or to cheat on you. And I think that for women, majority would probably cheat first before they actually decide to leave. All right, but maybe that's another video or whatever. This is turning into something else anyway, right? But yeah, so you know, I just wanted to kind of put it out there that like we don't want to be in a society where, you know, men are just allowed to be they're just allowed to be unfaithful and because it's only but so long before a woman's morality and character catches up to that. And then what you're going to have, you're just going to have everybody outside naked going buck wild. What kind of society is that? What kind of society is that? And that's the most important thing, is that I think that men, you have to realize that in this world, you guys are leaders, whether you like it or not. You're leaders. You actually set the standard for what a lot of women do. Okay, a lot of women saw men going out here making this money, making this bread, and they liked it. They wanted that, and so what they did, they went out and got it. Okay, a lot of times now you roll up to a nice car, tinted windows, blasting music, and you think that it's some kind of fine guy in there. It's a girl with a good job, baby. Girl with a good job. Why? Because she does what she finds attractive. Okay? You men are leading in society. So I think that for all the fellas that said not all men cheat, kudos to you. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Keep your loins in check. And that's another thing, because I didn't even touch on the spiritual side of, you know, having, let's say, moments with various people, attaching yourself spiritually to these people and things of that nature, how that actually affects your energy. All right, I didn't even talk about that, but maybe I'll do another video based upon that. All right, well, like always, I hope that this was helpful, and don't forget to like and comment and subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos, and I will chat with you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.